Hey, what's up, guys? This video's about this Keith Lee video, the food critic, about him visiting this barbecue restaurant. It's somewhere in LA. It's somewhere in the middle of nowhere in LA. Because everyone that been there or know about it, they always say it's some small town somewhere in LA. I don't know. But listen, I'm watching this. The dude, he didn't get turned down, nothing like that. What happened was he went there, to do it. What he normally do to review food there, and the problem came into play when he tried to give. He thought the owner, which is Mr. Williams, the old black guy. Everybody goes there for him. So he's a celebrity, for the restaurant, and everybody goes there to see him and, of course, to enjoy the food. The problem came to play when he tried to give Mr. Williams a $5,000 tip for him. They turned him down, then he went on his merry way. So from there, I started doing some research about the restaurant and all this stuff like that. Come to find out, the guy is not the owner. He doesn't even have ownership in the company. It's owned by a white man, and he just works there. I just finished watching a Willie D interview. He interviewed both of them. I'm gonna say this: it's not enough tap dancing that can happen in such a short amount of time. But Mr. Williams definitely was the best tap dancer ever. So he was on it. He was on it. You can tell by the body language. Of course, Willie D answered the important questions. He's a straight up dude. He's not about the BS. And both of them was uncomfortable when he asked him the legitimate question. Hey, all that is fun and games if you seem like y'all cool, blah, blah, blah. But does Mr. Williams is he the owner? Is he is he co-owner? Does he have any ownership in the company? Oh man, we asked him that question. They felt uncomfortable. And they started, avoiding the answering his question and all that other stuff like that. So he asked them, everybody wanted to know, he wanted to make sure the stuff that he heard was true or not. So he asked the owner, hey, is Walter, the owner? Is he co-owner? Does he own any shares in the company? Negative, nada. He even asked him, man, how much he pays him. They refused to give him that information. All they was doing is avoiding questions. Like I said, they was rambling on. I think the video was like, I don't even know how long the video. I think it was like 15 minutes, something like that. Most of that video was them just rambling on. And Walter, he was just talking. He didn't have no target as far as the conversation. The conversation was going nowhere. So you can tell by the guy's vocabulary where he's at. So it's no help for him. I know a lot of people in the comment section, they wish best for him. I wish best for him as well. But this is what you get when you're a foolish person. People's gonna take advantage of you. Of course, he's the face of the company. The white guy doesn't like that. Is he paying him a healthy amount? No, he's not. I don't care what nobody. I'm just telling you guys what it is. Because when Willie D started asking him those serious questions, the guy was getting uncomfortable. The fact was, the dude was like, hey, is he the owner? Is he co-owner? Does he own any stocks in the business? Does he have any ownership in the business whatsoever? They didn't even answer that question. Mr. Williams, of course, he's a simple-minded guy, nothing against, but I see them kind of guys all the time. He couldn't even answer the question. Oh, it's personal, but it's nothing personal. We talk about business, right? It's funny how everybody wants to talk about business until it's time to talk about business. I don't care about what color your floors is, what kind of toilet paper you buy for the restroom. I don't care about that. If I call you up, if we doing a show, whatever, we talking about business, we are talking about business. I want to know numbers, everything. What's your busiest time of the year? What's your slowest? What's your profit margin? Everything. It's funny how every time people want to talk about business, but when you want to talk about business, that's when it gets, people get uncomfortable. Oh, that's private. No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. So when they said that weak ass shit, I already knew something was up. I could tell by Mr. Williams how he's talking, and he's like, he sounded like an unfree slave. He just sounded like a legitimate slave. That's exactly how he was acting. I'm like, oh, I already know where this is going. So the white guy who owns the business, he's upset because everybody that goes there assumes that Mr. Williams is the business owner. So nobody cares about nothing else but going to see him and, of course, enjoying the food. So the white guy voiced his opinion on that. So when Keith Lee tried to give William, the black guy, that $5,000 tip, they were saying, oh, you know, we was in the middle of a podcast and we, you know, the bodyguards, you know, they told him that, hey, he's busy right now. If you want to wait, that's cool. Keith Lee didn't do that. He went on his merry way. But as soon as he heard about the $5,000 tip, oh my God, that white dude was calling Keith Lee, texting him, tracked everything he could to get him to come back because he wanted that $5,000 tip. Keep in mind, that was not meant for him. It was only meant for Mr. Williams, the black guy, the old black guy. So of course, he's not gonna give him that. If Keith have gave that $5,000 tip, he was gonna strictly give it to Mr. Williams, the old black guy. The white dude didn't like that. So what he did, keep in mind, the tip was for Mr. Williams. So why isn't Mr. Williams reaching out to him about the tip? Why is the white dude reaching out to Keith Lee about the tip? Of course, he's not gonna come back. That $5,000 is gone, bro. It's like one and done. You had your opportunity. They were doing everything they could to make up excuse to why, oh, you know, we just couldn't get to him or what. Like, bro, the dude just told you he had a $5,000 tip for Mr. Williams. Regardless of who you think, whether you know him or not, that man literally had a $5,000 tip for Mr. Williams. So what's the problem? They try to make it seem like, oh, you know, we get people who come here all the time, influencers and blah, blah, blah. I get you. I get you. But what does that have to do with Mr. Williams not getting his father? All you have to do is simply say, okay, hey, dude, oh, I don't know who he is, but yeah, you know, I'll go meet him right quick, or he can tell him to come in. It's that simple. Dude, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have tried to meet him, you know, if he didn't have a tip. You know how Keith Lee is, man. You know, he out there giving out, you know, looking out for people, doing great things, which he shouldn't have to do. It's amazing what that man is doing. So whether you knew him or not saying that you had, it don't matter. That dude said he had a $5,000 tip for the old man, and he didn't get it. I'm like, bro, I don't know what world we living in. If somebody were to come, he don't own the place. Somebody were to come to my job and be like, hey, you know, I love what you got going on. I want to give such and such, you know, $5,000 tip. I'm like, shit, that would automatically catch my attention. I'm like, who the hell want to give me $5,000 tip? I gotta meet this person. I'm gonna go out there and meet the person. We gonna whatever I get my money. That's gonna be great. That would be great. I would not turn that down. The simple fact that he got turned down because he automatically thought, like everybody else thought, that the old man owned the business. The white dude didn't like that, so he turned him away. Keep in mind, if he would have known that it was him, the white dude owned the business, guess what the white dude would have did? He would have broke his neck getting that $5,000. Even till now in the video, he said, oh man, I'm still trying to reach out to him and, you know, get him to come back so he can get the $5,000 tip. It's not even for you. But of course, if he gave it to Walter, he would have told Walter to unask that money and he would have gave it to him. You know how it is when you deal with these black people that got that slave mentality. That would have been it. But anyway, I'm glad it worked out. I'm not a religious person, but spiritually, it worked out. That was meant to happen. That was meant to happen. And now all day business is getting out on the internet and people realize what's really going on. So now the guy losing somewhat of reputation in business. Because everybody was thinking, okay, Mr. Williams, he owned the business, you know, support black, the food great, yada, yada, yada. But now everybody's finding out that he's not the owner. He's not even part owner. He's not even a part. He's just a regular old employee that they're taking advantage of. Now a lot of people are looking at him like, oh, okay. So now he's losing that credibility. And everybody's like, oh, well, you know, when Mr. Williams leaves or whatever, the business will keep thriving. Now, it don't work that way. People is literally, even the white dude said, the owner said, people literally come here because of William. I hope I'm saying the guy's name right. They're literally coming here to see him. That's why majority of people that's coming there is coming to see him, because the restaurant is like in the middle of nowhere, some small town or whatever like that. It's not like it's dead smack in the middle of LA. So, well, yeah, I'm gonna go there. No, it's like way out the way to where it's a huge convenience for you just to go out. You have to literally go out there just for that, which everybody does, and that's it. So whenever the old man time comes or whatever, the business pretty much gonna take. Not wishing bad on nobody, but the owner literally said people come there just to see him. That's all you gotta say. For the people that might come to the comments, they say, "Oh yeah, you know, the business gonna keep doing what it's doing." No, bro, it don't necessarily work like that. Now, I'm not saying you'll go out of business, but I guarantee you, all that business he is getting is gonna be cut in half automatically in half. So at the end of the day, that's what happens when you let people take advantage of you. I mean, I was just dude, if you know the word they use, this how you know somebody using you, brother. We're like brothers. All right, I hear you, fam. Okay, shut up, man. This shut that up. So the owner using we're like brothers. I'm like, nah, bro. If y'all was really like brothers, not even if y'all were brothers, if you really respected that man, you will pull him to the side. Hey, man, I know you don't understand nothing about this business or whatever like this, but I'm gonna do this because you earned this. You're bringing all this money to my company. I'm gonna give you a share of this company. That's it, bro. Skin color ain't got nothing to do with it. Whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whatever. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do because this dude is bringing you in so much money, or pay him a handsome amount of your earnings. I'm not talking about I'm gonna give him a $2 raise. No, bro. Supposedly he's talking about you making $32 million a year out the restaurant. Now I know you gotta take out taxes, you gotta take out food, supplies. I understand all that, but that's still a lot of money that you're bringing in. And based off how that dude looking and how he act, he ain't gonna be asked for much. Actually, he ain't asked for nothing. He just doing whatever the owner tells him to do. He doing a podcast. He ain't paying him for none of that. So if you really respected that man, you would pull him to the side. Listen, man, I know you don't know about this business, but I'm gonna give you a share of this company, or you're gonna give him an exorbitant amount of money, which you can give extra $56,000 a year. That would be great. But he's not doing it. He's strictly taking advantage of him. So I don't feel bad for him because at the end of the day, like I said, if he happy being used, that's on him. Hey, it ain't gonna bother me. But for the people who don't know about the restaurant, he is not the owner. He does not have any stake in the company whatsoever. He is not a partner, and that man is not paying him more money for him, even though he's bringing him all that clientele. That's just what it is. It's reality, bro. If you let people, that's why I tell people all the time, no matter what that person does for a living or whatever, don't automatically assume that's a good person. So with that being said, if you let somebody use you, they gonna use you. Prime example. Now I understand he's not young, it don't matter. And some people say, he should open up his own business. That's true, but a person that's already brainwashed you can't help him, bro. Like it is what it is. He has no desire to start his own business. He has no desire to be off on his own, and that's fine. So for the people that say, he should do, he's not gonna do that. He's in a mental state to where as long as he's working for a white man, he is happy. That's it. I'm gonna say this too. The man obviously loves what he's doing. He don't mind what's that the guy's taking advantage of him, whatever like that. He don't even care. He just loves to work for him. He just loves to work there, which is fine. I'm not gonna take that from him. So for the people, don't go there trying to, you should quit. Don't just leave the man where he's at. He's happy, what he's doing, let him be. Let's let him be. Even though you will have people that's trying to convince him, he's not on that stage, on that level mentally for him to want to do that. He's in that slave mentality. So, well, as long as he works with a white man, he's happy. Let him be happy. Don't go there to his job trying to convince him to quit, yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying he can't make something happen at his old age, but the mentally where he's at, he don't want to leave. He don't want to leave. So leave him be. Let that man do what he enjoys doing, and that's it. But I tell you guys all the time, man, that throw nobody on the bus. I'm telling you guys what it is. Trill Burgers. You guys understand, a lot of these people, not just white people, the company's owned by Arabs. Just because a black person is trying to sell you a product doesn't mean they own anything. You had the same thing with Ciroc, even though they try to give P. Diddy an opportunity to be partners of the company, he ain't want the responsibilities like most black people. So it's a shame to see us, when we get up in age, all of a sudden now we want to be business people. Now we want to start to invest in all the other crap. Bun B does not own Trill Burgers. Even though he got, he out there, they putting out more locations, he's just a face of the business. That's a sad reality. I did say at some point I will go, but as time goes on, I just forget about it. Oh well. Now, if he was the owner of the company, hell, even if he was part owner, I would definitely support. But the fact when I found out that he's just a spokesman, that turned me out. Like, oh my God, here we go. So not saying you guys shouldn't go support. I'm not telling you who to support, who not support. All I'm saying is just make sure you do your research. If you really hung up on black-owned businesses or whatever like that, make sure you do your research. That is free. It's free to find that information. Don't be sucking in with your money thinking, oh, I'm supporting, some black company when the whole thing is some Russian dude over there in this country that started the business. We got black people overseeing it or running or whatever. Just do your research. So me, I don't feel bad for them because a lot of, especially older black people, not all of them, but it's just not even older black people. You just got people like that in general. I tell you guys all the time about the Mexicans and the Asians, how they just pretty much the white man's stepping stool, lapdog. So that happens too with black people. That's just what it is. So at the end of the day, I don't look down on the man whatsoever. He's happy with what he's doing. He has enjoyment every day going to work. Nothing wrong with that, bro. And he got all these people around the world that wants to go see him and talk to him for a few seconds while they enjoy the food. So at the end of the day, if he's happy, I'm happy for him. Now, I understand the upset, but it be like that. It really be like that. Some people, they just don't want to do all that, run a business and leave what they got going on. If they enjoy what they do, bro, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just leave them alone. But that Willie D interview did put the guy on blast and read a lot of comments. A lot of people lost respect for the old guy. So it is what it is, bro. So all I can do is just, like I say, don't bother the man. If you're gonna go there and, talk to him if you can, and that's pretty much it, bro. Don't go there trying to shame him or nothing like that. I'm not surprised whatsoever. It happens all the time, but that's just how it works, man. But anyway, if you guys watch the Willie D interview, let me know, or what's your thoughts about the whole process of him not owning anything and everybody thinking that he is, and let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, if you got any questions, concerns, leave them down below. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, all the other good stuff. And no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.